have to give you that kind of conditioning. Like, it's either you guys break up or he gives, for God's sake, you're just the boyfriend. You don't have the right. Even some husbands don't have that kind of entitlement spirit. How much more a boyfriend like you? Hi guys, it's your one and only Enobly. My name is Enobly, a YouTuber based in Benin City. Yes, and if you're seeing my face for the first time, you're highly welcome to this channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Please feel free to like, share, drop a nice comment on our video. Tell me what you think. Yeah. So let's dive into the video. Today is just going to be like a reaction video, reacting to a post that I saw on Instagram. I saw it in a particular blog. It's really crazy, guys. I saw this post and it was saying, I have to read what I saw. It was, I think a guy says something like, okay, it was, man gives his girlfriend a make or break condition for insisting on being celibate till marriage. He gave his girlfriend a make or break condition. Sorry, I had to look down. I wrote it somewhere. He gave his girlfriend a make or break condition for insisting on being celibate. Like, really? For real? As a husband or what? Imagine a boyfriend feeling super entitled. Really? Is it that we'll break up or we continue? Is that I give it to you or we'll break up? For real? As what? As who are you now? Like, who are you to give me that kind of condition? Because of sex? If you want sex this much, why don't you go and do the necessary things? Like, guys, I found it very funny because the way guys feel super entitled to sex these days is crazy. It's crazy. And a whole lot of people are falling or conforming to these things. A lot of people are falling to it. I know it's the times that we're in, it seems like it's very difficult for relationships to strive without sex. It seems like it's impossible. But the truth is, it's still very possible. There are people that still have that standard. There are people that still believe in celibacy and keeping themselves till marriage. There are guys that believe in it. I don't know. I just feel like there are people. I think I've seen people that actually say they can do without it, but I don't know how true it is. I think this will even lure me into making. I will have to do a street quiz. I'll have to ask guys some questions. I really want to know, is it possible? Can they do without it? Because the stories we've heard from the past is that they made us feel like it's not possible for them to stay without sex. They can't, they will go see. But I really want to know the truth. Who is lying? Okay, I think we'll do a street quiz on that. Okay, so there are people that can still do without it. There are people that still believe in these things. Guys, when I went into the blog, I saw comments like, is she a virgin? If she's not a virgin, why would she be saying something like that for something she has tested? What a waste. It's only virgins that we can. I was like, really? Does it matter if she's a virgin? Does she have to be a virgin to decide to become celibate? For me, I feel like it has nothing to do with virginity. It's possible you're not a virgin, but you have decided now that you don't want it. So that should be respected. It has nothing to do with being a virgin or not being a virgin. So some other persons were like, okay, now if she doesn't want to give us sex, no money for her too. Hey. I'm like, okay, sex for money is now an exchange thing. Okay. So guys, my opinion on this thing. First of all, I feel the guy just feels too entitled. His entitlement was just too much. He was even speaking Yoruba, so I didn't really understand everything. But from the comment I could get, his entitlement was just too much. For God's sake, even husbands are not this entitled. Imagine him saying, if she doesn't agree, like, you're a boyfriend, and normally sexual purity is the standard for marriage. Sex is not supposed to be part of what we are doing in a relationship. We are getting to know ourselves. Personally, I feel like a lot of ladies have conformed to things like this because of the pressure from guys. Sometimes the guys tell them, I can't take you serious because you're not giving me sex. When you give me sex now, our relationship will get better, we'll strive better, we'll bond better. And you see the girls conforming to these things only to discover that what the guy said is not true. After giving him the sex, now what happens? He starts misbehaving. And you're like, okay, you told me after the sex, we're going to be fine, it's going to help us bond better. Don't be deceived by these lies that guys put up. That sex is going to make you guys bond better, it's going to make him love you better, and at the end of the day, you give up on your values, something you have held so dearly. Do not be deceived. See, when a man truly loves you, he will wait. He will wait. Though my husband was like, okay, what if he's waiting and getting it outside? I'm like, really? That's possible still. He could be waiting for you and still getting it outside. Well, that shouldn't be your problem. But I feel like when a man loves you, he will wait. There are still men that has that standard. There are still men that believes in sexual purity. There are. So for my advice to the girl, first of all, you just have to go look for someone that has same values as you. someone that you can share the same value with. There are men out there that will appreciate that decision that she has taken. From that guy, he doesn't appreciate it because of the kind of person that he is. She doesn't need that kind of man in his life, a man that does not appreciate her stand for God, for God's sake. There are men that will appreciate, worship, and adore her for that singular decision that she has taken. Yes. For me, celibacy is a very personal decision. It's a very, very personal decision. And she has the right to stick to it. She has the right. So also is the guy. He has the right to this. Either stick to it or oblige. He has the right, because after all, God gave us room to make our decisions and our choices, but the consequence too is ours to bear. He has the right to say he doesn't want it. Yes, it's fine. If you don't want it, then we go our separate ways, and she has the right to stick to it. But my problem is, I see a lot of ladies conforming to these things, conforming to the deceit from hell, because I've seen people that conform to things like this, and the guy still did not marry them. They held this value so high, but because they love this guy, they gave up their body and everything. They had to let go of their celibacy just to keep this guy. At the end of the day, he still messed up and still didn't get married to her. Sex will not keep him. Sex won't keep a man that is not your husband. He's not your husband. Don't be deceived when they tell you sex is the reason that will bond us together. If you give him sex, he will still want to get it outside. If he will still cheat, he will cheat. That's not what's going to keep him. Men that have wife, why are they still going about cheating? They have wives in their house 247. In fact, they have the opportunity to get sex 247 if they want to, but yet they still go outside to cheat. Sex is not what we keep. If he is insisting on that kind of, please let him go. It's not worth it. He is not worth it. For God's sake, if he had it, because the way he was even sounding in the video was like, it is right and all that. For God's sake, you're a boyfriend and not a husband. Even husbands are not that entitled. Some wives do say no to their husband. It's not every day that the husband comes and touches the wife, and it's not every day that the woman agrees to it. There are days that the woman is tired and like, oh baby, I'm tired, I can't do it today. How much more a boyfriend? If he has even loved her, if there was love at all, I feel like they would have just come to an understanding, not that kind of insisting on it, that it has to be fire and all that. A man that loves you will wait. Don't be deceived. As a girl, if you find yourself in this situation where your boyfriend has threatened you that either you guys break up or give him sex, my question to you is, what do you want for your life? What do you want for your life? Does this thing matter to you at all? If it's important to you, if it matters to you, if honoring God means a lot to you, do not conform because of a guy, because of a man guy that is not even your husband. He's not married to you. Hold on to your values. All you have to do is just go out there and look for someone that shares the same value with you. There are some other guys that will not have a problem with this. They would even be happy. They will appreciate and love you for it. They will brag about you to their friend, that my girlfriend, she came up with this and I'm really proud of her. There are men that will be proud of you for taking this decision. You get? So if he is not appreciating it, trust me, he's not the one for you, because you hold this thing so high. You value this a lot. It's important to you. It's dear to you. It's what makes you happy. But it doesn't see it that way. It doesn't. So you guys are just like two opposite coins. It's never going to work. And trust me, as a girl, giving it to him is not an assurance that your relationship is going to work out. Giving it to him is not an assurance that he's going to get married to you. You may still give it to him and still not get married to him. In fact, you may give it to him today, tomorrow he starts misbehaving. It's very possible. That's not what we hold a man. Sex will not hold a man. Your value is what we hold a man. Your input, your value, your personality is what will hold a man, not sex. Do not be deceived. It's your decision to be celibate. You have decided to be celibate. You didn't both decide to be celibate. So your decision should be respected. Respect your decision and respect whatever decisions he comes up with. He has a right to whatever decision he comes up with. He probably just doesn't believe in that. It has never worked for him. He doesn't believe in it. It doesn't make him a bad person, but it just shows that you guys can't just work together because you hold this thing so dear. It's important to you, except it's not important to you. Then if you want to, it's your choice. But you need to understand that we all are entitled to our own opinion, our decision. So respect your decision and respect his decision. So my advice to you, if you find yourself in this situation, don't allow any man to take responsibility of your life. That is his own decision and you have your own decision to make. Don't allow his decision to influence your decision because he has decided that he wants to break up with you because of sex. You then conform because of his decision. You have to also ask yourself, sit down to ask yourself, does this thing matter to me? Does it mean a lot to me? Do I hold this thing so dear? If it means a lot to you, then take your decision just as he has taken his decision. Okay? So if being celibate means a lot to you, my darling, you have to move ahead, because right now the decision is not mutual. It's not mutual. It's only your decision. If it means a lot to you, you just have to move ahead and look for someone that you will both have that mutual understanding. Things will work better with such people. And you putting your happiness in that guy, thinking that, oh, is this guy that makes me happy? Trust me, he will still break your heart. He will disappoint you. Like I said before, sex is not what keeps a man. Yes, I just feel like before you decided to become celibate, you thought about a whole lot of things. You scrutinized a whole lot of things. You considered a whole lot of things. It wasn't just a decision you woke up and just decided. It's something that you have tried to take your time to decide on. You took your time to take that decision. So someone now putting you in that kind of tight situation where you have to choose between him and being celibate, for me, it's just not worth it. It's just not what shows me that you don't even hold these values dearly. It doesn't mean anything to you. So even if you travel, at the end of the day, I keep myself, it doesn't mean anything to you. That's what you're making me feel like. Because the approach, the way he's probably taking it, is not the best approach. You don't have to give me an ultimatum. Either we'll break up or I give you sex. It just says a lot about the guy. It's even a red flag for him. Any guy that gives me such a condition, trust me, that's a total red flag, because it just shows that what matters to him are shallow things. Because for God's sake, you should value a lady that has decided to keep herself. You should value her. So that's it. And the problem I have with the guy is that you shouldn't feel entitled to my body. You shouldn't feel entitled to it. You don't even have the right. You're just a boyfriend. Then coming from his own point of view, it's possible he has experienced something like this in the past. Probably he agreed to go celibate with a girl only to discover later that the girl was having sex with someone else. My husband brother said this actually. I was like, okay, yes, I understand. It's possible he has experienced things like that. So he doesn't even want to hear anything that is related to something like that, you get? So it's very possible. But in this particular situation, you just have to respect your opinion and his own, your decision, and his own decision. You just have to respect his decision and yours. Ask yourself what really matters to you. What matters to you? I know a lot of people don't go do celibacy anymore. A lot of people don't stay. Most relationships is with sex these days, but that doesn't make it right. Going by the word of God, the standard, they say marriage is honorable. It's more honorable with the bed undefiled. Yes, I think it was Hebrew. Sexual purity is still the standard. Forget about the fact that the society these days makes it look like, oh, it doesn't matter. It still matters. It still matters. I am a Christian. I believe it still matters, even though a lot of people are not sticking to it, but it still matters. So if this is important to you, do not allow a guy to pressure you, because giving it to him will still not guarantee that he'll get married to you. And the painful thing is, after allowing him, maybe you're a virgin or you've been celibate, or you want to give it to him, he may still cheat on you. He may still not get married. It's not a guarantee for anything. It's not. It's just a red flag. It's just, for me itself, a guy that gives you that kind of condition, it just shows that he's not the one for you. That's the simple truth. Coming from the spiritual angle, it says a lot about him. It's a sign that it's a red flag. Run. It just shows that he is not the one for you, because a man for you will understand your point of view. He will understand where you're coming from. Yeah. He won't have to put you in that kind of tight situation. He will give you that kind of conditioning. And it's either you guys break up or he gives, for God's sake, you're just the boyfriend. You don't have the right. Even some husbands don't have that kind of entitlement spirit. How much more a boyfriend like you? So go for what really matters to you. Okay? Yes, guys, at the same time, I like his honesty. For a guy who tells you, I know he came off too rude and all that, and too entitled, but at the same time, I like the fact that he's honest about it, that either we break up or you give me sex. I can't stay with you without sex. We all have a right to take our decisions. We have our opinion. So it is life. That is his decision. That doesn't make him a bad person. It's just what he believes in. Maybe he hasn't gotten to that stage, that point of understanding these things. You get? But I like his honesty, because it's very possible that guy will agree to stay in that relationship without sex and still get it from so many women outside. Very, very possible. But he chooses to be honest with you that he can't do this. It's either we are having it or there's no relationship. So I like his honesty, actually, because there are so many men that are in relationship with girls. You think you and your partner are being celibate, but at the end of the day, that guy is having it out there, or the girl is having it out there. But in this situation, I'm sure he just doesn't want to cheat. I don't want to deceive you. I can't do it. So it's either you agree to it or you don't. So it's now in your court to take that decision. But like I said before, if this matters to you, it is dear to you, if it makes you happy, if it means a lot to you, then you shouldn't let it go because of a guy. No, it's not worth it. You shouldn't let it go because of a guy, because giving it to him does not guarantee your being together forever, does not guarantee that he's going to be your husband. So at the end of the day, you are still likely to regret taking that decision of giving it to him. So you just have to be wise with your decisions. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. Please like our video, as this will help YouTube recommend our videos to other people. Thank you so much for my subscribers and returning viewers. I really appreciate you. I love you. Bye.